You know, I'm a big believer that life has its ups and downs. We all know this. There can be some great moments, and then there can just be some really not great moments. Well, you see, Roblox, they are going through one of those not very great moments. These just have not been the best times for them. We've seen a lot of very concerning lawsuits recently, all having to do with children, with minors, allegedly being exploited in one way or another, and Roblox basically not encouraging it or anything, but being the platform that it is allegedly happening on. This harassment and exploitation, all of this stuff. Very concerning stuff, and a lot of people have said, you know, where is their response? Where is their reaction? Is something going to actually happen to make it so that these things don't happen on the Roblox platform since it is so big? Well, I don't know what the ins and outs of it are. I don't really know why this took so long, and maybe there have been some steps that led us to this point, but just today, Tuesday, November 18th, this happened. We got this right here, and I've linked it in the description. This is from the Roblox website, and this is from the Chief Safety Officer and the Vice President. Roblox now requires age checks for communication, which ushers in a quote-unquote new safety standard. In fact, they say today we are sharing what we believe will become the gold standard for communication safety, and announcing our plans to require a facial age check for all users that are accessing chat features, making us the first online gaming or communication platform to do so. Yeah, and I know websites like, say, Facebook have done this as of recent, but to my knowledge, it's not actually a requirement. This is just one way that you can verify your account when you are creating your account. To my knowledge, I don't think it is a requirement, but Roblox is going to make this a requirement. Like it or not, you got to get your face scanned in a picture, and I guess they'll determine how old you are. You don't got to get yourself all done up for the picture. They say that they allegedly don't hold on to these photos. They don't store them anywhere. Who knows how much truth there is to that, but they say moving the industry forward. They say how this is going to basically make it so that people are only talking to people within their own age group. This is kind of a soft launch right now, it looks like, because right now users can voluntarily go through with this whole facial scan, but in just a few weeks, the first week of December, they will begin to enforce the age check requirement in select markets. This is going to start in Australia, New Zealand, and the Netherlands. That's in the first week of December. And then it looks like in early January of 2026, this is going to extend to basically the rest of the world. Now, breaking it down is kind of interesting. It's not exactly 100% clear how this is all going to work, but this is kind of what we got. To me, it's not totally clear, but if you see in that second paragraph there on the second line, they break it down through age groups. So basically, you're going to have your own age group. So these groups are under 9 years old, and then there's 9 to 12, then there's 13 to 15, then 16 to 17, then 18 to 20, and then 21 plus. Now, I don't know why it's not just 18 plus. I don't know. Maybe there are some countries where 21 is considered an adult, so maybe that's just kind of the standard that they're setting worldwide. I don't know. But it looks something along the lines of you are going to be able to chat with your age group and then an adjacent age group. So maybe one above and one below your group. So if you're a 21 plus person, you can't chat with somebody who is within the 9 to 12-year-old category. They say these are common sense limitations, and I would have to agree. There is absolutely no reason why an adult would really want to talk to a stranger that's like 9 or 12 years old. That's just weird. The only way I can see that actually making sense is if you have a really younger brother or a younger niece or nephew or something, like family, which it sounds like they kind of have that covered through something called a trusted connection. You can list somebody under your trusted connection. It's kind of like adding a friend. You can add them as a friend or a contact or something, and I guess their communication won't be blocked. But as for strangers, yes, you won't be able to chat with somebody that's way out of your age group, and this absolutely makes sense. Will this solve all of Roblox's problems that they have right now? I don't know, probably not. But will it solve a very good amount of them going forward? I think so. I think a fair amount of things can be solved by this, because you are forcing users to verify their age, and then you are forcing them to not be able to chat with or interact with strangers that are way out of their group. They say that's common sense, and I would say yes, absolutely. So we will see exactly how this affects things, especially starting in January, just a couple months from now, when it is going to start to be a requirement worldwide.